Vaping with the Ohmies. 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 Welcome everybody, welcome to the show. Let me introduce you to some dudes in case you don't know. First we got Aziz all the way from Kuwait. Always got a point when it's time for debate. Oh my Lanta, some call him Dan. Got the dad jokes in the palm of his hand. Boom Sauce McNasty got his eyes on the news. Got his ear to the streets and he's down for the crew. Next up is Clown, the DIY king. Got a juice line and some coils that sing. Then there's a bear who's smarter than average. Quick with a wit, his name Vapor Swaggins. Then there's the homie, we know him as Frames. And too many guests to remember the names. Together they make up this killer vape panel. So hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Vaping with the Ohmies. 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 Vaping with the Ohmies.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Vaping with the Ohmies. What's in the news, Poon Sauce? Alright guys, it's that time for Dan's dad joke of the week.
All right, what is going on, Ohmies? Welcome to another episode of Vaping with the Ohmies. I think we're on episode 7 of season 2. So, of course, I want to thank you guys all for tuning in and hanging out with us. Of course, like you've seen at the beginning, big shout outs to our amazing sponsors, OPMH, our OPMH Project, and Independent Vapor Company, otherwise known as IVC. So what we're going to do now, guys, we're going to do the normal thing we always do. We're going to run through our buffets, tell you guys what we're vaping on, all that good stuff. So I'm going to pass it off to Clown, bro. What do you got this week, dude?
Alrighty, let's do this. I got that full Kennedy setup, Vindicator Kennedy 25.
Yeah, dude.
And in that, I got the Espresso Cannoli from Primitive. Really, really good. Oh my God. Seriously, guys, pick a bottle up. OPMH. They seriously have some banging juice. The next IVC, Hipster Boulevard, and I got that in the green hexome, green recoil, green DHD tip, just all around.
Dude,
I still want to make Woody Wednesdays a thing.
Dude,
seriously.
that thing right there is green room approved, bro.
Right? Green room approved completely.
100%.
That Ohm symbol would be green, it'd be complete.
Dude.
Right? All right, then lastly, MDX Recoil Rebel, and then that I got from my own Super Cereal. So yeah.
Very
Alrighty,
nice.
Take it away, Pooney.
Hold on, I'm drinking water.
Okay, then take it, Swags.
Oh no, I got it. I'm good.
All right.
Good. I just had to take a sip. What's going on, everybody? First off, yeah, I'm prepared. I just was thirsty. First setup I got is my old school Sigelli 213 with the Wasp Nano RTA on top. Inside of there, I got some Supreme Sours, sour cherry. And then what else do I got? I got my Cartel Revenant with the gear. And inside of there, I got some transistors Nazo.
Very nice.
And then final setup I got is my White Dreamer Dead Goat DHD tip on top. Inside of there, I got some Rounds Apple Kiwi. And that's all I got.
Nice.
Well, we pass it over to Mr. Swaggins.
Yes, thank you. Hello, welcome. Hello, I'm Vapor Swaggins. What's going on, Ohmies?
What's
trying
up,
to get my energy level up. I think we should just let everybody know that we're just chilling right now.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
chilling
we're all
today,
Kind of
guys.
rolled into this show like, just
I feel like we're all kind of
tired
like
today.
Dude, last week wore me out, guys. So I'm still recovering.
Plus, you're having babies.
Yes, I'm having, and there's actually puppies being born outside this door. So
How many are you guys up to?
last I checked, there was 4. 3
Jeez.
boys, 1 girl.
So yeah, I guess I'll get into my buffet. Sorry.
all good.
Yeah, I'm vaping on. I mean, if you watched the High End Vape forum yesterday, I think Sean Typhon made a good point last night. Is like we see what Swaggins is vaping on 3 times a week, and so it kind of stole a little bit of the joy out of my buffet, but that's okay. It's the truth. I'm vaping on the Stratum Delrin. It's an SX 100 watt mod, SX chip. And I have the VWM Integra RTA on top of that. I have the Stratum Delrin. It's another SX. I'm just like covered in SXs right now. I used to not like them, but now I just like the fact that they just do what they need to do.
They
Because I don't
perform.
really I don't tweak anything on DNA boards, but regardless, this is a nice tiny little guy with the Dwarf on top. Dwarf 22 millimeter mouth to lung. I use it for restricted direct lung. And let's bring it downtown to show you guys my beater, my, basically my standby for any time that I need to be doing something that I don't want to scratch or destroy, or I'm worried about scratching or destroying. I got the Jackaroo with the Rebirth RTA on top. And inside of 2 of those is Tango Melon.
Of course.
I forgot about another setup that's hiding behind everything else, but I'll show you what I'm vaping on in those. Tango Melon and Beautiful Disaster. And then I'm vaping, let's do this in reverse. I'm vaping the Fountain Coated, which I just
to
got.
OPMH.
Yeah, shout outs to OPMH. Just got this in today, and that's inside of my Haku Riviera on top of the Billet Box, not Billet Box, the Billy Club. And it's good so far. I'm vaping it over Tango Melon, so it's interesting, but it's definitely got its own strong kind of flavor profile, so you know you're vaping it. So it's pretty good so far. And that's me. Go ahead, James.
All right. Well, I got a couple setups for you guys tonight. First off, I'm going to start up with my black and green splattered copper keen with the Sonnet RDA on top from Sweemods. Of course, got a chop top from DHD on top. Also, got a set of my boy Coil Image quad core aliens in this bad boy, and let me just say these things are rocking Flavor City, and I got some of that Boule Bulu, or however you pronounce it. I always pronounce it wrong, but it's that banana sponge cake by Coil Turd. I'm almost out of this stuff, and I'm pretty sad because I don't know when I'll be able to get some more, but that stuff's delicious. Of course, always got Shed Time rocking in the buffet with the Turk V2 on top. Let me turn some light on here for bam. There we go. Moving the camera around and stuff. Got Shed Time Turk V2. I actually got a Half Moon drip tip on top, one of them stubby tips. Inside of this, I've got some Strawman Head. Yeah,
Strawman Head.
I'm sure you guys have heard about this if you
Strawman
listen
Head?
to Culture of Clouds. I heard about this
Strawman
juice
Head.
so many times in the past that I had to grab up some. Shout outs to OPMH, who's actually able to get it through them, and it's actually it ain't too bad. It ain't too bad. It's pretty good. Next setup, I've got the Defiant Designs DS. You guys seen this morning, and also in the video I put up for Frames Favorites with the TM24 Pro Series Eclipse cap on top. This is like one of my all-time favorite setups right here. Favorite Addy, favorite Parallel Squonker, and one of my favorite juices right now is some of that Overdrip Vanilla Custard. Hopefully soon this will have like a legit actual label, and you guys will be able to pick some of this up very soon, because this is by far the best vanilla custard out there, hands down. Next setup I got, just like my boy Swags, actually, I'm rocking the Jackaroo as well, you know, because this thing's actually pretty solid, and like he said, this is like one of those mods I take with me to work, that I'm not afraid of getting beat up and all that good stuff. Got the Bulk RTA on top, review coming up for this for you guys on Wednesday as well. Really enjoying that, and that's got some of that Fountain Blast Off. Shout outs to OPMH again, because this is one of my favorite juices of all time, if not my favorite juice of all time, because this stuff is delicious. Bottle number 12 there, Dano. If you're watching, bro, you're falling behind, and I'm pulling in the lead. for that, that unspoken challenge that we got going to see who can vape the most blast off. And then last off, I've got the Geek Vape Frenzy. I actually just got this in today. Big shout outs to Geek Vape for sending it my way. Got some of that 12 milligram vanilla custard on the inside of this, and gonna be testing this and review and stuff will be coming for this very soon as well. And yeah, I think that's it. So why don't we do some shout outs? Clown, you want to do some shout outs, bro?
Yeah, let's do this.
See who's out there.
Let's see. Olivia Lee holding down the moderators here. Leo Lightninger. Vaping with Nate. Jacoby Vapes. What you doing, brother? How's it going? Vaping Miner. Texas Cloudtown. Shane Oakley. So we got the whole Weekend Wisdom crew up in here.
What up, yo?
Yep. Chris Snyder. Raven Shadow Vapes. Oh my Lanta. He's not here, but he's here in spirit for sure. Vaping Irish, vaping with Ken. I see that.
Hugs, vaping with Ken. Hugs, bro.
Yeah, many hugs.
Hugs.
Yeah, and Addy Tooney jumped in last second there. Oh, Sean Typhon. How's it going, everybody? We love you all. Thank you for joining.
Absolutely. So you guys know what time it is. It's time for our favorite segment of the week. It's time for What's in the News, Poon Sauce.
Okay, so when was this? The 13th, I believe it was. Let me double check. Yeah, it was. So that was on a Thursday. So the VTA, the Vapor Technology Association, kind of had an analysis of the PMTAs that the FDA came out with, and it's kind of interesting on what they had to say about it, because there's a lot of technical stuff with like going to court and all that. There's a lot. It's very deep into what kind of that normal, like, regular consumers kind of wouldn't even think about. But there's a couple points that I wanted to mention a little bit and bounce off you guys a little bit to see what your thoughts are. There's one thing I got off this that really kind of stuck with me a little bit. Where did it go? Where did it go? I just saw it. Here we go. So everything's with the whole PMTA thing. There's court orders and all that stuff have to go through. But there's one thing that came out of it that I really thought interesting was, should the court order pre-market application be submitted by a date certain? That it should not, under no circumstance, be set a deadline for sooner than 10 months of the date of the decision, after the FDA reviews it and all that kind of stuff, with an agreement of the PMTA guidelines. It would be it's kind of crazy, because you should, the way I'm looking at it is that giving them the 10 months, it would kind of give them the opportunity to kind of go through things and be able to, all these companies that have to go buy these PMTAs and actually apply for this kind of stuff, all the money that they're going to have to spend, it's going to give them time to kind of find their funds a little bit, to where they kind of can figure out where they're at, and it would kind of give them the opportunity to, if they have to, put a little padding in their wallet a little bit to kind of be able to do this. To kind of they have to set themselves up financially for this, because to all the companies that haven't filled out the PMTAs yet, it's a lot of fucking money they have to do it. A lot of money. So in like the millions of dollars to be able to get your juices approved and all your kind of product approved. So what the VTA is saying, that it shouldn't be, the deadline shouldn't be less than 10 months, because I think 10 months, I would say, is plenty of time, depending on how large the company is. And if you're looking at it, some companies that are smaller, it might be more difficult for them to be able to get the funds to do it within the 10-month span. But we don't know what's going to happen right now, because is that it also has to go through all the courts and all this stuff and wait for approval and all that kind of thing. And there has to be agreements, and there's going to be disagreements, and there's all kinds of stuff that's going to happen. So we're going to find out. What they're also saying is, by the most likely, the final decision after the court deliberates and all that kind of thing, and then the FDA looks at the response and says, okay, this is what's going to happen. Where'd it go? I just fucking lost where I was. What the hell? Oh yeah. So the deliberation will not conclude till, I would say, what they're saying is it won't happen until the end of July. So that's giving us some time a little bit to kind of take in what's happening. It's going to give all these news like vapenews.com, Vape, it's going to give them the opportunity to kind of go into depth more, talk to more people, get more news on what's actually happening with this. But it's a scary thing because we don't want, with all these commitments that the FDA is wanting to make and all that kind of stuff, the main thing about it is we don't want this to be a thing to where ex-smokers return to smoking because of with all these, if the PMTAs are not able to be filled out by all these companies, there's going to be a big amount of companies that are just going to be gone. And for the people out there that make their vaping life about the companies that are not as big as, let's say, Rounds or all the other kind of companies, then it's going to possibly give them spread the opportunity of those guys those people returning to smoking. And that's what VTA doesn't want to happen. That's the main thing that they don't want with all these PMTAs going through. They don't want to give it the opportunity that these people will go back to smoking. So that's why we're trying to find this healthy median between the two, where the courts will find something, the FDA will agree to it, and then the VTA will kind of look at it and be like, okay, this is what we're getting out of it. There's a lot of people that are involved in this, and I don't know. I'm just trying to think of what do you guys think that's going to happen with this a little bit, because there's a lot going on in this article, and it's a little confusing a little bit to me, I guess you could say, because from me not knowing the whole behind the scenes aspect of what actually happens with court dates and all that kind of thing, and there's deadlines and.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, I've just been reading it while you were talking, and so can I just read the couple sentences where it says the takeaway? Because you're reading from this FDA issues final PMTA guidance, right? Spoon sauce?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, is that the article you're reading from? FDA issues final PMTA guidance, sorry.
Yep.
All right. So right here it says the essential takeaway from the above excerpt, which is basically talking about how they're classifying new tobacco products, says the predicate date for vapor products remains the same as it has been since the first draft of the PMTA guidelines. The predicate date has not been moved, and essentially all genuinely effective vapor products will now require a PMTA in order to remain on the market. So the August 8th, 2016, it says like no new products after that would be able to stay on the market. Well, now it seems like, all right, if you pay the money and you fill out the paperwork, then you can keep your product on the market if they approve it. Which, as much as it sucks because it doesn't seem like a clear win, it is a win if you think about it, because everything after August 8th, 2016 would not exist, which is most of the good shit.
Yeah, which is like everything that everybody's vaping on at the moment.
Well,
So
go back to Cardos.
Pretty much, dude.
And here's the thing that something like a mispoint, just because to a point we already know this, but the fact that the FDA and this judge are doing any of this in the first place is because anti-groups were pushing for it, and they were kind of basically bullying everybody into just going to what they want. And I think that part right there really just says a lot on what we need to actually fight against, you know?
I mean, the big enemy isn't big tobacco or anything. It's the pharmaceutical companies. It's those anti-groups that are getting the funding by the pharmaceutical companies. And
well, they're like the parent with money.
Yeah.
You know, that comes to the kid's sports game and says, you need to run Timmy. Timmy needs to stay in the game longer. And it comes to a point where the coach may be corrupt and may be taking money or influence from that. You know, in the purposes of this analogy, that mother who's trying to pay the coach to play their son more. But then you have an assistant coach or, you know, a referee who sees that and is like, all right, I see what's going on here. I'm not going to call you out on the fact that you're paying these people behind the table, but I am going to say that you don't have anything in place yet. So you can't be rushing this force time. You need to have something more substantial for how you're going to roll this out. And that's basically what the article talks about as well. You know, that Grimm, this judge, says, you know, you guys can't set this date, so I'm not allowing this date as the final because you don't have anything to show for how you're gonna put this into play. So, you know, we're basically pushing that back, or we're opening it up to say, when you come back with, you know, your process and some more clarifications, then you can have this process that they're trying to push through. That's basically what I gathered from skimming through the article.
Definitely. It's just there's a lot of technicalities to it. There's a lot of stuff that us everyday vapors aren't going to be able to like take part of in this, because this is all stuff that's behind the scenes in courtrooms and all that kind of stuff that have to find that. And it's a difficult thing, guys.
Well, it sounds like it's on the businesses.
Yeah, it's on the business.
Fill out the proper paperwork and pay what you have to pay legally. I mean, change sucks, but this is a regulation. This isn't saying you can't sell your shit. This is saying there's new regulation in place. You got to just sign this paperwork because it all has to be legit. And we're the government. So you want to live here and you want to work in a capitalist market where you're free to make money. This is what we're asking of you. I think at its you know, basis point that's fair.
Yeah, I mean, like you always say, Swags, I totally agree with you as long as it's within reason.
Exactly.
You know, that's the thing. I mean, there's a middle ground, and we just got to find it, and we got to be able to work with one another.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
I agree with that 100%. Yeah, this is kind of something that, you know, we've kind of had, you know, ideas about in the past, because it's something that's come up. But of course, you know, now they're actually, you know, kind of cracking down and actually making it like a for sure thing. Like, this is when it's, you know, kind of narrowing it down to when the timeline is actually going to be. And now it's just time for the companies to, you know, start doing their due diligence and that type of thing, and hopefully, you know, we'll see what happens after and see who's able to, you know, pass through these PMTA process and just kind of take it from there. You know, there's not a whole lot for us to do at this point, you know, except for just take it at a day at a time and just kind of work towards, you know, whatever the FDA is putting forth. You know what I mean?
Well, we're going to finally be able to see what companies are going to be able to stay afloat, like financially and all that stuff, with spending all that money, because it's going to be a hefty sum that they're going to spend on this.
Absolutely. So, Liv, if you could drop that link in the chat for the people one more time if they want to go check that out and read up on more of that. There's also a link down at the bottom of that post there on Vape News where you can read up some more about the VTA's analysis. It's got their full analysis there if you guys want to check that out. So yeah, with that being said, guys, we don't have any specific topic we're going to be talking about tonight. We're pretty much just going to be hanging out. Like we said at the beginning of the show, we're all kind of worn out. You know, I had a pretty heavy work week last week, and, you know, it's kind of got me pretty exhausted and stuff like that. So we just kind of felt like having a pretty chill show, just kicking back, you know, shooting the shit with all you guys. Of course, there's one thing coming up this weekend that I know the three of you guys are pretty freaking excited about, because I don't know if you guys know out there, but Vape Showcase Houston is happening this very weekend, and Mr. Vapor Swaggins, Poon Sauce McNasty, and Clown Vapes are going to be going and hanging out together, which I'm super, super jealous of. I wish I could be there. But, yeah, dude, how excited are you guys to, you know, be getting together again?
I am stoked. Like,
go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, that morning we're leaving from here, I have to work the night before, and I need to, as soon as I get home, go to sleep, and I don't think I might. We'll see. Feel like a little kid. Get to see my friends from camp again.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
I haven't really thought about it to let it set in, you know. But like, I was talking to Clown and the guys in the pre-show warm up, like, the more that I'm like, oh wait, oh yeah, they're coming too, and it's like, oh wait, of course they're coming, they live in Texas, like, stuff like that. So it's just like there are little waves where I'm like, oh yeah, this person's going, that's cool. So I've never been to Texas, never
To Tejas?
been to Houston.
Wear shorts.
Yeah, I've never been to a showcase, so I'm interested to see what it's about. people say I'm spoiled because my first convention was NVE.
Yeah,
Leave it.
NVE is a monster comparatively.
Yeah, it's kind of going to have some standards to live up to.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, dude, NVU is a big show for sure.
I didn't even see like 3/4 of it.
yeah,
But,
neither did I.
From what I understand, Clown, correct me if I'm wrong, because I believe you've been to a showcase or two in the past. The showcase is known for having a pretty nice modders gallery, right?
At least the one I've been to, they had a really nice one. I mean, it was like 2 years ago, and I know like the vaping scene has changed a lot, but I think hopefully they bring it because I've been in contact with them because I was trying to get a spot in the modders gallery, but it just wasn't gonna work out for me this year. So we'll see maybe next time. But yeah, I mean, I seriously hung out with the guys that actually made this door. Like I gave them some coils, and they're like, "Here, have a door." I was like, "Okay, I'll take it. I'm not gonna complain." But yeah, I just spent the whole weekend at the Modders Gallery last time I went, and I'm excited to go. Seriously, I want to like see what they got. I wish they would actually add their vendors list on the site.
It was on there before
Instagram,
but then suddenly it went away because it said they were like updating it and all that stuff, and then it hasn't got up since.
Yeah, if you check their Instagram, they have some of the vendors they'll have there for sure.
And they never like really announced the people in the Modders Gallery too.
Yeah. I spoke to my rep from Vaporgate earlier, and they said they're coming down for sure. So
Okay, that's cool.
get to go see them. But yeah, I don't know. I'm more or less looking forward to hanging out with my friends again.
Yeah, that's pretty much the main thing.
That's what I'm going for. I haven't even thought about what's going to be at the show.
The show is just a bonus. It really is.
Yeah, show's just yeah.
The show's the excuse.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's not only going to
out.
be you guys going, like Stan Tenacious TX Vapes is going to be going, Daily Vape TV is going to be going, you know, quite a few other people. I know I've seen some people in chat, like I believe Rex Vape says it'll be his first show, and so
Come
he'll
say
be
hi,
going. So
seriously.
go if you see them there, go say hi, go say what's up, man.
Yeah, I'll give you
They'll love to
stickers.
meet you. Yeah, go grab you some Vapor Swaggin' stickers, man.
Is this upside down?
But yeah, dude, like that's one of the coolest things about going to the shows is that not only hanging out with like your friends and like your colleagues, as like I like to call, you know, the other YouTubers and stuff that we get to hang out with, but you get to meet the people that are in chat all the time, that you get to, you know, talk with on a daily basis, you know, in the chats, you know, on everybody's channel, because I see familiar names in like every chat that I go in. Like there's somebody from somebody else's show in somebody else's chat, and it's just awesome getting to actually put faces to names, you know, kind of figure out who people are and that type of thing. And dude, I'm just jealous because you guys will get to, you know, meet some more people and have good time. But I'll be living vicariously through you guys through, you know, any Instagram posts and all that good stuff. And I'm stoked for you guys, not gonna lie.
Similarly, though, there's like this is convention season, wouldn't you say? I mean, over the next 3 months, one every month, because you have Houston this month. Next month you have NVE New York. Then you have in August ECC Ontario.
Yep, I'll be going to ECC in Ontario.
Which you could see me and Swaggins and Daily Vape TV at the New York show. Hint, hint.
Can't you keep any secrets?
Yeah, Corey.
Jeez, Corey.
What? That wasn't a secret.
So I can't tell you anything. No, I'm just kidding.
Can't take you
We're
anywhere,
just
bro.
kidding.
It wasn't a secret.
That was a full-on dump.
But yeah, so you guys will be going up there to NVE New York. I'll be actually in ECC Ontario in August with my man Danny Castle, and we're trying to get our buddy DC Rackley out there, one of our fellow stooges. So we'll be hanging out there. If you guys are in, you know, the California area, you guys are going to that show, come hang out with us there as well. Come say hi. I'll have some stickers and, you know, some goodies, you know, to pass out to you guys as well. I'd love to meet you.
His
And,
smile's even more beautiful in person.
That's awesome.
But yeah, it's just fun, man. I love going to the shows. I love meeting the people, and you know, sometimes you pick up on some good stuff. So I'm very curious to see what you guys come back with, because Corey went kind of ham when we went to NVE. Came home with a Lazy Vapors box, a Death Wish, a Monarch, like all kinds of just like nice.
I don't even know what's
stuff,
out
too.
right now. Like, I haven't seen anything come out that is really, like, in the mass market that's really jumped out to me other than what I'm holding in my hand right now.
I was gonna say earlier that Jackaroo button looks huge.
Dude,
it's so comfy.
I'm like, let's talk about this for a moment, real quick. Because like I was honestly kind of skeptical about this. I was just like, I don't know, because I have the Aegis Mini and I've used the Legend. Like my sister has a Legend, I've used that before too, and I was just like, I'm not a huge fan of those particular mods. But this one right here, dude, for some reason, there's just like something I love about like the weight of it. I like the display on it because it's like super bright. It's got everything you need to see there. You know, your wattage, your voltage. One of the thing I love about this is it got variable voltage. That's what I really dig, because I've kind of noticed on any regulated device that I have that does variable voltage, that's what I rock it in.
Yeah.
Just because I'm so used to vaping off my mechs and stuff, I know what certain builds perform at certain voltages, and it's just, I don't know. I just really dig it. I kind of wish more devices would do the variable voltage thing again.
It's starting to become a standard now, if you look at it, to where a lot of the mods out there that are regulated do have the option of variable voltage, but they're also having the option of bypass mode as well.
This has a bypass too that I haven't tried out. I'm not going to try it out right now either, just because of what I got built on here. But yeah, dude, it's a nice mod, man. I'm digging it.
It just feels solid. Like even this
The battery door, yeah.
Like it just feels solid. It's got a weight to it, but I find it comfortable in the hand. The button is big, but the button's big on this guy too. It's just like it's comfortable. I've used things with tiny little flush buttons, stuff like that, and it's just like.
And I have gotten this thing completely, submerged in water, pulled it out, kind of dried off the 510 and whatnot, fired it back up, and it's vaping. Yeah, I'm actually going to be doing a full-on torture test on this thing for my review. Like, I'm going to run it over with my car. I'm going to, completely submerge it in some water for, however long I end up doing it for. And then, I'm drop it off of, like, my roof or something, like, I'm a torture test it, see what happens. Because Stan challenged me to see if I could break it.
Scenarios. Like,
so I'm going to try to break it.
Go play rugby with it.
Of course, one thing I want to do real quick is I want to give a huge Ohmies shout out to our main man, Thick Nick, because I don't know if you guys remember before Dan took off on his little vacation or his little hiatus while he's doing his family stuff, but he put out a challenge to you guys. The first person that went in and put a reservation name in at a restaurant as Dunkel Croy would win a bottle of IVC juice, and Mr. Thick Nick not only went and did this, but got it on video, posted it in the Vaping with the Ohmies group, and it is absolutely hilarious. If you guys haven't seen it yet, go to the Ohmies group, go check it out, because it's funny. He's literally standing right there. She looks up at the camera and says, Dunkel Croy, party of two. And, dude, it's pretty funny. So definitely huge shout out to my man, Thick Nick. I love you, boo. Thanks for doing that, man. It was hilarious. And, anytime you guys put in an order with, like, IVC or something in the little comment section, just put hashtag Dunkel Croy, because it'll be funny.
Absolutely.
It'll be funny. It'll be hilarious. When's the review coming out for the Jackaroo? If that's what you're talking about, Uncle Chris, that's going to be like another week or two, because I got a couple things coming up before that. But, yeah, I got to do some filming on it. I got to do some torture testing and stuff. So it'll be coming out soon, probably next week or two.
That'll be fun to see. Yeah. Because I love watching those stress test videos.
It'll be fun, man.
People dunking in water, going swimming with them. Like I saw Tony B, they had one, like he dropped it in a pool.
Yeah, that was an interesting mod too. Like,
yeah, it looked, I don't know what the hell that was.
Like the battery compartment wasn't even like fully like it just had doors that went over it. It looks interesting. I'm not sure if I'd try it, but it looks like it worked.
Hey, if it works, then I wonder if that's becoming like a standard with the regulated mods too. If like they're making them like that durability,
a little bit more durable.
Yeah.
Well, you're starting to see more companies kind of come out with like versions of the Swell. Yeah, that's what it is. The Swell by Vandy Vape. That is 100% what it is. Yeah, it's an interesting looking mod. You're starting to see more of them do it. Like, of course, this is another Vandy Vape one, so seeing them come out with another one's kind of interesting.
You got the Aegis that have done it.
Yeah,
I think the Aegis was like the first one to do it. I think
one of them, I believe, to do the whole shockproof, water resistant type deal.
When the original came on, when it was like the 26650 one.
Mm-hmm. The big old honker.
Mini.
Yeah, it's based on the Pulse body. but dual 18650. Interesting.
That's a good
Interesting.
comfortable.
Yeah, I'd love to see a resurgence in dual 18650 devices.
Well, dude, did you guys see that Gen mod that Grim got from is it Vapresso?
Anakin or Vaporesso.
Yeah, Vapresso. Dude, that mod's actually kind of nice looking. I like the gradient colors that they've got and like the finish on it. The display on it's pretty simple, pretty basic, but like, dude, I'm digging like the way it's very similar to, like, I believe they're saying like the Sigelli 150. It looks very similar, like in shape and stuff like that. But it's, dude, I'm starting to see a little bit more of dual 18650s coming
go back to simple, man. Because remember, I mean, there were waves of like you had the.
Oh, hi, Mark.
The smoke. Hey, what's going on, Mark? The Warlock himself.
Oh yeah, it is
the
like
busiest of all the bees in the hive. Is like the Cobra mod and like the one with the skeleton and the top hat. It's like, okay, are we done with that now? I'd love to go back to those simple, like all black, basically like black stainless with, you know, black buttons, like the old Sigellis,
like
2014, 2015.
That is simple.
Yeah, exactly. Just classy, like exactly, you know, gray with a carbon fiber, you know, kind of hint to it or whatever, with just some stainless steel accents. I'd buy that.
Back in the day when the 213 came out, that was a solid. I think to me the 213 was the last solid mod Sigelli came out with, in my opinion.
the Fuchai.
The Fuchai was afterwards, I thought, because the regular 213.
Fuchai 213.
Yeah, Vaping Irish says, "Kiss, keep it simple, Swaggins."
Indeed.
There you go.
I like that.
Yeah, I feel like mods nowadays are trying too hard to like overproduce it, kind of thing, to where it's
They're
like
over engineering and trying to do too much with it. Like I seen a video on a mod that was apparently at NVE, but I didn't see it. But like it's a new one by Wismec that like apparently hooks up to your
that
Alexa.
looks like a Nike shoe.
No, there's one that hooks up to the Alexa. It's called like the AI or something like that, and you can literally pair your device up to your Alexa and talk to your Alexa through your vape device, and Alexa talks back through it. And it's just like, well, can Alexa turn my wattage up? And no. Well, then what's the point?
So yeah, it's like, all right, my mod is going to be an extension of my phone, so if I get a phone call, I can accept it through my mod and talk to somebody through my mod. It's like, at what point, I mean,
Yeah.
I guess if you're getting up from your desk and you bring your mod with you and not your phone, but they're trying to solve problems that don't exist.
it's over engineering. That's all it is.
It's a lot of, it's just the whole thing of trying to outdo each other, honestly. But
Well, they're trying to innovate for the
Yeah, they're trying to innovate for the sake of innovation that's not needed.
Yeah.
You know?
mech mods make me happy. Something incredibly.
people will buy it.
Dude,
If, like the
speaking of it-
Sigelli, the Fuchai or the 215 or whatever, those were expensive at the time. If you came out with a homage piece or a re-release or just a line of simple devices that you can get from 30 to 50 bucks that are 100-watt devices, it doesn't need to be innovative. It's
Yeah.
basically you're going back on a good thing and making it affordable for people.
Well, speaking more on like the innovation thing and kind of on mech mods, since you brought it up there, Clown, I was watching a video today actually that Bogan put out on a mod from Caliber. What was it called? This
Out
I
of
think it was
Italy?
called
Or that's Calibre.
the Spike. Is it the Spike or something?
Let's look.
I forgot what it was called. What was it called? I'm blanking on it right now.
I'm going to look right now.
Yeah, you go find that, Corey. But anyways, this mod, apparently there's no threading on this thing that has anything to do with like the conductivity. Like none of the threading points do. Like the only threading that actually has to do with like how the mod works is the actual connection, the 510 connection. Everything, it's like a brass tube, and the outside of it's all Ultim. And like all the threading and everything's on the Ultim pieces.
Was the one made by Mountain Mods?
No, it's by Caliber. The same people as that cool patina mod that you have. He literally just put it out today.
Yeah, the video. Well, no, the earliest video I see is the Tangani undercut.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh, maybe it was something. Maybe it was a later or earlier video, but it popped up on my feed today, and I was watching it, and it was interesting because, like I said, none of the threads have anything to do with how the mod actually works. So that takes away from a whole lot of, possibility of voltage drop right there without having, because the threads are, what have to do a little bit with voltage drop in mods, depending on how many threads you have or how far they're spaced and that type of thing. And so I'm very interested in something like that. Like that'd be definitely something I would want to pick up and check it out and see how that works compared to, all these other devices that I have that are all, they all have switches that thread in directly to the, the tube that, the actual functioning part of the mod. So I'd be pretty interested in to see how something like that would perform, or other designs like with that type of concept.
I'm trying to find this.
Well,
mod.
think about it like that Foxy mod, I think it was, that came with the quick release for the atomizer. I mean, take that technology and make it for a button, because why? Why do we want a quick release for an atomizer? Does it take you that long to unscrew an atomizer from your device? I mean, I'd rather a quick release for a purge switch, because that takes noticeably longer. I mean, that takes like 2 to 3 times as long to unscrew than any Addy. The only one that I can think of that's like a press lock is that one that Stan has. There we go. I could finish the statement before it's done. Is the one that Stan has that looks like it looks ugly is Sin.
Oh, this must have been an older video because it's not even popping up now.
There you go.
I mean, look at that.
It's a gorgeous button, but that button weighs more than the rest of the tube.
Yeah, like this is nothing compared to what this is.
Yeah.
In there threading it, you're like, man, just
That's the thing, and it's a forced hybrid on top, so it's not like you can unscrew the top.
yeah.
It's just a pain in the ass, especially because that's also a 18650 device.
No, this is a 2700.
Wait, is mine a 2700?
Uh-huh.
It's a 2700 device.
But okay, I'm gonna kind of say something that I've told the guys about in the Discord and when I've used products and everything. To me, when I was using like the V2s and stuff with the purge stuff, I didn't really have a really satisfying experience with it as a single tube. To me, the only times where I was able to sit down and enjoy what this mod was actually putting out was when it was in stack. It sucks because I would love to use this more, but to me it just doesn't hit enough. Especially with the kind of clothes I have in there at times, it's just not hitting like it usually would. And it's disappointing.
Get all the silver upgrades, bro.
Yeah. Or just get the stack section.
Dude, I'll be honest, I mean, mine too. I think it's the button for me. The button, it just is a pain in the butt to unscrew that thing and screw it back in. There are other tubes that I love that hit just as hard, perform just as well. I mean, it's unique. It's sexy looking, which is why I keep it. And it also was a gift.
Fantastic.
But like I have it all upgraded. I think I have a silver contact pin. I have a silver spring. So it hits hard, but it's just for some reason I just don't pick it up, and that'll come down to it too. It's like, do you pick it up? What do you pick up off your desk?
The one thing that I usually pick up, it's my go-to mech. It's the fucking Dreamer still. That's what it is. It's affordable. It does what it needs to do, and it does it great. That's why, to me, the Dreamer will always be that one of those go-to mech mods where you can go to and have an enjoyable experience.
And it looks great. Mm-hmm. With an Ardent on top. Too bad it's not a purple aluminum cap times vape.
But did you see that they did release them finally?
What?
Yeah.
They did make aluminum caps to match the aluminum Dreamers, which is awesome, and I can't wait to get a hold of one because I need one bad.
I love how I'm hearing this from you.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, it's great.
I found out from Instagram.
Yeah,
I think I saw Texas Cloudtown posted about it.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be cool.
I'm pretty stoked about that because I want a full green Ardent Dreamer setup, bro. I've been waiting for it since the Ardent dropped.
Mm-hmm.
And, dude, so as soon as somebody gets them, I need to start bugging Stan to order some so I can throw them up on lucidrda.com. If you guys haven't checked out his new site lately, he's got a pretty cool site going on right now.
Riddle me this, though, Vaping Irish. If people with dexterity issues want a quick release for Addies, is they're easier to screw down and then screw off, what about the rest of the mod? What about getting batteries in there and like finagling a battery door or unscrewing the bottom of a tube? Like, I think it's just, I mean, you're basically just continuing the point, which makes, I mean, you're agreeing. So I agree with you for agreeing.
I agree with you for agreeing that I agree.
Yeah, I agree. I think agreement all around.
Agreed.
And agreed.
I saw that. I was like, you're basically just saying what we said, but in defense, I mean, maybe I asked, like, what's the point? But it was more of a rhetorical or a proverbial, what's the point? Like a thought-provoking, like, hey, wouldn't it make more sense to do this for something that requires more unscrewing than an Addy? Anyways.
Yeah, like that Foxy thing's interesting, but I don't know how secure I feel or how I feel how secure that Addy is going to be on something like that. You know what I mean? Like I'm not. I don't.
Well, once the mechanism goes, then you're screwed.
Yeah.
And the mod,
Then you're done. A whore Addy? What? Oh, Stan talked about it in Discord. It was going to be a cap and not the whole Addy. Oh, yeah.
Good.
I can get down with that though, just for a cap. Because
I understand the reasoning why too is because aluminum is very soft, and to have just that little bottom piece made out of aluminum with the threading on that, it would be very easy to cross thread, or for that, you know, the threading just to kind of fold over if you were to drop it or anything like that. So I understand why they didn't do it. It makes sense, you know. But I would have liked to, you know, possibly have, you know, a full green ardent, you know, for other stuff, but.
Yeah, you just the cap.
Dude, once you screw the ardent down on a Dreamer, that's where it
don't see the
lives.
rest of it.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Like, I had it on the Keen, and I was like, I had it on my Dream Trooper, and then I moved it over to the Keen because I got the Keen in, and then I moved it back to my aluminum, my purple aluminum Dreamer, and I was like, it just can't. It needs to be on a Dreamer. That's what it's for. It's hybrids onto a Dreamer. I mean, what's more glorious?
Not only a Dreamer, but it also hybrids onto a Ronin X2.
There you go.
And the 27mm Unicorn. If you guys didn't know.
Really?
If you don't know, now you know.
Now you know.
It would screw onto this, but there wouldn't be a. Never mind.
I like how it turned into Aziz.
By the way, dude, the Fellowship of the Aziz in the background is awesome. Aziz, if you watch this later, this just shows you how much we miss you, bro. Right there. We had to just make a whole bunch of you. Hopefully we'll get to see him on the show here very soon, guys. Just bug the hell out of him on like Instagram and stuff. Like, Aziz, when are we going to see you on the show? When are you going to be back on the Ohmies? Because we want him back.
We do.
We miss Dan too. Dan will be back in a couple weeks. Guys.
But this is week 2, week 3?
I think 3.
You know what? Have we ever had as a guest on this show? Have we ever had Nick Bissett?
We have, but that was, I think it was the first episode of this season
on this channel.
Yeah.
First episode of the season. But there are a few people that we haven't had on yet that I'd like to have on, which is a good question for you guys out there in chat as well. Who would you guys like for us to have on the Ohmies? If you guys have any suggestions, you can email them to us at vapingwiththeohmies@gmail.com. Also, if you guys got questions, you know, possible topics you'd like us to talk about, you know, maybe some funny, you know, dad jokes for Dan when he comes back, or, you know, just some maybe even news articles throughout the week that you guys see that maybe you'd like for us to talk about or something like that. You can send any of those ideas over to vapingwiththeohmies@gmail.com. Liv, if you could drop that link for us, that'd be awesome. And yeah, guys, that's kind of a way for us to kind of get some feedback from you guys and give you what you want, because at the end of the day, this show is for you. So yeah, I know there's a couple guests that I'd like to get on. There's I know I want to do That's What She Said Ohmies mashup at some point, which I think would be awesome.
That'd be crazy.
Which also, reminder, guys, make sure you check out That's What She Said this Wednesday, 10 p.m. Eastern.
Thursday.
What'd I say, Wednesday?
Yeah,
I'm at Thursday, 10 p.m. Thursday night, Ruby Rouge channel. Make sure you check them out. And, of course, make sure you also make your way over to Clown's channel this Wednesday for his live vlog. And, of course, sir, Corey's channel later on after that for What's in the News Poon Sauce. and then all that good stuff. So you know what? Why don't we do something we haven't done in a while, guys? We haven't done a juice in the week in a while.
Yeah, might as well.
Should we do one of those? Should we pick one out? Because I got a couple new ones in that I don't think I've thrown up there yet, and I already know which one I'm gonna throw up because it's just not literally like physically like throw up, but
Yeah, don't throw up.
yeah, I'm not gonna do that. But I'll start it off just to get the ball rolling. This stuff right here. I know it's kind of like shameful for me to do this because it's not really something that everybody can get a hold of. If you're in Indonesia, I mean, vape your faces off of this stuff because you can get your hands on it no problem. But of course, everybody else, we're gonna have to wait until somehow it ends up over in the States or some sort of distributor somewhere that ships to the United States. But this stuff right here, banana sponge cake, Banana Land. And I'm going to pass it to Poon Pants.
I'm gonna go with brown apple kiwi. It's been out for a while. I'm finally cracking into it, and I can see why Stan likes it so much. It's really sweet, very like lip smacking to me. It's really good. If you haven't tried it yet, highly recommend it. It's really good.
How's it doing your coils and your wicks?
This is day 2. And it's still
Oh, that's clean.
yeah.
Is that a cosmonaut?
No,
It's a dead rabbit.
dead goat.
Dead goat.
And yeah, let's pass it to Mr. Swaggins. What's your juice of the week, buddy?
My theory continues to be true that whenever I start to vape, my juice is, let's do one of those things that Sean does. Oh shit. Boosh. Is that what he does? Oh no, it's not this juice. It's not that juice because I just started it. It's the Jewett House by IBC.
Independent Vapor Company. If you make your guys' way over there to independentvaporcompany.com and use Ohmies 20, it gets you 20% off your order.
Yeah, this is a rainbow sherbet. Sherbet.
Sherbet.
Sherbet.
Cake
Sherbet.
roll.
Yeah, good stuff. So, yeah, I think it's your turn, Clown.
We're gonna go with that espresso cannoli.
Yes,
Give it a
I
shot.
tried some of that
I
stuff.
heard
from-
I heard amazing things about that stuff,
Really
and
good.
I'm going to be getting hold of some of that stuff.
They're gonna be
my
in
next
Houston,
order.
so I'm excited.
Awesome. So, of course, guys, real quick, what I'm going to do real quick, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this. Big shout outs to our sponsors, OPMH Project. You know, they are the holders of the Watson line, the Fountain, and the Real Deal Custard. So make sure you guys go check them out and try out some of their good stuff if you're able to get a hold of it somehow. If you're a shop owner and you're looking for wholesale inquiries, you can check them out at opmhproject.com. And of course, huge shout out to our amazing sponsor as well, Independent Vapor Company, because they be holding it down for us here over at the Ohmies, you know, hooking us up with all of their amazing juices, and of course hooking you guys up as well for giveaways. So make sure you join the IVC group and, you know, get in on that bottle a day giveaway for the rest of the year, guys. Take advantage of it. They put a post up in the group every week, and all you gotta do is just like post like a GIF, because GIFs are actually, you know, they would rather you post a GIF because it makes it kind of funny, or you could just type in there your answer or whatever, and then they randomly pick somebody, and you can win however many times. As many times as you enter, you can win, guys. So if you don't play, you can't win. So just go over there and do that. Take advantage and all that good stuff. Of course, Poon Sauce, you got your show coming up Thursday or Wednesday. And then who you got a guest coming on this Saturday? Can you tell us who's coming on?
I'm not gonna have a show this Saturday.
Oh,
because
that's
I-
right, the show. That's right.
But remember, guys, I have a giveaway going right now for an RX2 2700 and an iconic RDA that was donated by the wonderful Uncle Chris over Drip, and that will be going till the 29th. All you have to do is go on any of my videos and comment #DunkleCroy. That's all you need to do, and you'll be entered to win that giveaway.
Right here. Grab it through the camera.
I can't.
So the 29th, guys, that's when you'll have the opportunity to win a full setup. And yeah, that's pretty much what I have going on this week.
That's
awesome.
exciting.
What you got going on this week, Clown?
Vlog on Wednesday and videos. I'm not sure because yesterday I wasted about 5 hours getting tires and brakes,
Ugh.
so I wasn't able to record anything. So we'll see if I get to it sometime this week. Today I was on the vape corner with Mike, and then we recorded Wolf Bite right before that. So my whole afternoon went towards that. So.
Yeah, so if you guys missed the Vape Corner over on Mike the Vaping Apes channel, I believe is where it was at this week, make your way over there. Go check it out. Go subscribe. Go show him some love. And every other week, I believe you'll be able to catch that on AO Vape's channel. So
yeah,
make sure
he's
you're
he's on
subscribed over there as
sabbatical
well.
at the moment, but
Yeah,
for
he's
now,
actually out here in California doing some family things and whatnot. So, of course, Swags, what you got? Anything you want to talk about? Anything you want to promote? I know you guys just had your high-end vape forum this past weekend. It was a great show, by the way, dude.
Thank
Always
you.
awesome to hang out with you guys Sunday mornings. It's like my Sunday morning routine when you
Come
guys have
along.
a show.
Not my long.
I'm just looking forward to some more. Would you look at that?
Oh,
Yeah.
one thing I want to ask is, are we going to see any possible maybe Facebook live streams in the Ohmies group while you guys are in Houston?
We'll try.
Maybe.
Yeah.
If you guys can think of, if you guys
have.
happen to think about it, or mind pops into your head, that'd be
Yeah,
awesome.
I'll make time for it.
Everybody loves Poon Sauce. He'd be the perfect
Dude,
person.
we
Walking
need
around
a
with his
Poon
phone.
Sauce
Everybody
live.
would come up and give him a hug, or just jump in front of the camera and yell at Uncle Croy or something crazy.
Yeah, dude, that'd be awesome. We'd love to see that. So of course, if you guys are going to showcase in Houston, make your way over to the Ohmies. If you see them, go say what's up. Go give them a hug for me if you see them, because I wish I could be there. And of course, all that good stuff. On my channel this week, like I said, if you didn't catch the video I put up earlier today, I put up another Frames Favorites on the Defiant Designs DS, one of my ride or die setups right here. If you guys want to check it out and kind of hear about why this is one of my favorites, you can go, make your way over to my channel. Of course, review coming up on Wednesday for the Bulk RTA. A pretty decent little tank. I'm not going to say a whole bunch more. You guys will just have to wait for the video. And then, of course, we'll be back my channel on Friday, same time as the Ohmies, so 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern for the Green Room with my boy Sean Typhon. I'm not sure if we're going to be having a guest or anything going on this week. Might just be me and Sean hanging out and all that good stuff, getting you guys all pumped up for the vape stew and all that. So, yeah, I think that's it, guys. What you guys got? Anything else you want to add? Anything else you want to say?
I have a quote.
Oh, yes, dude. Please.
Yes. I just want to take a moment and everybody just relax, take a deep breath, exhale, take a vape, deep, exhale. Close your eyes for a moment as I read you something, get us centered. I know it's the beginning of the week, so it's always nice to start that week off with a little bit of relative truth. So, speaking of truth, I'm going to read you this wonderful quote by a wonderful writer named Mark Twain. And he said, "If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything." Remember that. Let's expound on that a little bit for like 30 seconds. If you don't lie, you don't need to remember what you made up. If you tell the truth, you don't need to remember because you were there.
Yeah.
It's experience. So,
Mind.
thank you for this moment in time. And that's the God's honest truth.
Thank you for that, Swags. We appreciate it. Of course, guys, we want to thank you all for tuning in and hanging out with us every Monday. We wouldn't be able to do this show if it wasn't for all you guys out there in chat. So, of course, giveaway will be coming up very soon for you guys. Possibly do another IVC giveaway. Give away a couple bottles of their delicious e-liquids and all that good stuff. Of course, like I said, make sure you take advantage of that Ohmies code, Ohmies20, 20% off your order over there at Independent Vapor Company. And if you haven't yet, try out some OPMH, some of the Fountain. The whole lineup is just banging. I absolutely love the Blast Off. The Coated's delicious. They do have a cherry ice as well. It's got a little bit of a colada in there, so if you're into that, go check that out. Of course, they do have their Watson line, which is like a whole tobacco-based line. So if you guys are into those tobacco flavors, they got some good ones over there. And of course, they have the Real Deal custard with some delicious custard flavors and all that good stuff. And if you're looking for wholesale inquiries, like I said, check them out at opmhproject.com. With that being said, that's it for this episode, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. Send out all those positive vibes, crisp high fives your way, and let's just vape on, Ohmies.
Safe.